Everyone wants to have a dream home. Not just a nice house, a nice location, but surrounded by loving neighbors in a tranquil environment. DreamHomes at Cyberjaya is first of its kind in Malaysia, a property development project that is built upon values of sharing, giving and understanding. It is a dream project that will revolutionize the property development in Malaysia, where buyers together with the developer participate actively in building community. A community that is sensitive to the elderly, welcomes the stranger and cares for the sick. With its cutting-edge residential project at Cyberjaya, unit owners enjoy a share of the development profits from the developer. A project that pays dividend to its property owners in perpetuity. Dream Home is a service apartment that has customized features to suit the preference of the residents, with a total wellness and data center for all residents to enjoy 24/7 state-of-the-art healthcare support and monitoring services. And an adjacent communal sky gardens for residents to experience country living in the city and to have an opportunity to grow their own vegetables and herbs in their own edible gardens. A developer who gladly takes on active responsibility of the maintenance of not just the buildings, but the community long after the project is completed. In so doing, this ensures the value appreciation of your property, and accomplishing all this without borrowing a single cent from the banks. In a conventional development model, developers purchase the land, determine the sales and marketing of the property, develop the building program and design, obtain the necessary approvals and financing, build the structure, lease, manage and ultimately sells the property. The profit will then in return be going back into all the parties that were involved in the development. Introducing the Dream Home development model. This is where you come in. You will be part of the landowner cooperative. It acts as the landowner of the Dream Homes project, and you will receive the benefits of a landowner's entitlement as part of the co-developers. With a small investment, you're invited to be a joint venture partner with Storyworld Sdn Bhd. Let us tell you a story. Storyworld Sdn Bhd founder Habibullah Kong, an accomplished property developer, asked himself, how can I develop a new business model for the real estate development industry when my customers are invited to be my co-founder? And the solution came in the form of establishing a regulated cooperative. Kopis was born. Kopis stands for Koperasi Perumahan Impian Selangor. It is a cooperative specifically set up for the Dream Homes project as a joint venture. Kopis is a special purpose vehicle set up to implement the Dream Homes business model. It acts as the landowner of Dream Homes project. It consists of a dream team of highly competent founders from the field of property development, engineering, architecture, sales and marketing, cooperative governance, legal, senior living development operators, and angel investors.
The Dream Homes, this is probably the second project that I was introduced. The first project, one of my existing clients, he said that, look, Gui, a lot of my friends are very bored because the children don't want to live with them. This was the reason. And they want friends. They want to develop a project that their friends can live together. So community living, like they mentioned about community living. So, and then when Habibullah Kong, a friend I know for 38 years, so bringing this idea, I say, wow, that's we should go in.
I see the passion in Kong. This business is not just about money. You can find money anyway. But you want to find people who really have the passion and be able to use the passion to enlist a team, a credible team that can deliver the product at the end of the day. I think Kong is the one. And with that, without much deliberation actually, I said, Kong, you have my full support. All right? And so I started without anything. I said, let me be the one who's going to be part of you in partnership to build Malaysia's first one, in Cyberjaya or elsewhere.
A lot of, I think most of the property development is that they have the product and then they market it. Of course, they've done market survey, they do their market research and all that. But we in Dream Homes, we We have a special business model that we involve the future owners, the investors in the process of the planning. We ask them, what do you really want, and how big the size of the buildings you want, and what are the facilities, and your affordability level. That's the most important. So we actually involving them, and especially in our Dream Home business model, you invest as a landowner first, and through the platform of cooperative society, which is protected by the Cooperative Act. So you come in at the very beginning stage and you participate in the process of product formulation and the marketing part. You introduce, you bring your friends and all that.
This project, Cyberjaya, of a land of about 20 acres or so, has that capacity to deliver my 4H model to the fullest. The first H is home. The second H is a hotel. And the third one is a holiday resort. And these three H give a positive spin to a product. Seniors are very worried about the old folks home that model, When you say now it looks like a hotel, feel like a home, look like a holiday resort, you change the perception from negative to positive. So that's important. And then the fourth H is hospital by default. We are not a hospital, but because we have doctors, we have allied health professionals, we have registered nurses, we have carers, we have divisional therapists, everybody there able to help seniors in their golden years. All chronic illness can be addressed. It's a hospital in disguise. Then a hospital is embedded to see your life through, even if you're having tubes, palliative, cancer, what have you, there's something good enough to care for you. Emergency, go to hospital. When your life-threatening moment is over, come back to a home, hotel, resort, and embed the hospital. So that is the 4H as a first goal.
Now, you just imagine, in our whole life we work, and by the time we retired, many of us may be on at least one medication. And towards the last 10 years, we may be senile or dementia. What is the cost translated to the family and to yourself? Now, we buy insurance hoping nothing happens. We transfer the risk. Today, we don't transfer the risk, we manage the risk. So when you inherited this body, you have to maintain this body. If you don't maintain it, eventually this body will wear and tear, known as sickness. In fact, there's no better time in the 21st century, especially in 2018, where Dream Home will start the whole project. One of the reasons is because the whole world is embracing wellness. In Dream Home, we put in every known scientific knowledge to reduce this probability by having the ability to see and manage this risk. While we cannot eliminate it, we can reduce this by giving you the best management program. Because of collective effort, we can make this affordable.
Well, it was explained to me that this particular development will have income coming to the individual owners. So that was what caught my attention at first. The common problem in housing developments are, let's say, condominiums and apartments. After some time, some of these condos fall into disrepair because of poor collection of maintenance and service charges. Value is lost in properties like that. So if you have a stream of income coming in separately, they can take care of this. That's a pretty good idea. So I was hooked on that. I wanted to find out more how this worked. We call it revenue generating assets. And these are actually things like, for example, the aged care center, which is meant for people who are, as they age, right? It's something to help them in their later years. There are lifestyle centers, education establishments, all of which will belong to people who live there, right? So I wasn't sure about the mechanism at the beginning, but now after almost a year, it's unfolded and it's quite unique, I must say. Yeah.
What's Dream Home? This is a community where people have good values, friendship, health. We'll be happy there. And he said, a few friends, we want to contribute to the society. And we want some vehicle that can be there forever, even when we are no longer in this world. And then I told him, if that's the case, why not a cooperative? A cooperative society is a corporate body with all the power inherent power to own asset, to have business, and so on and so forth. So they say, why cooperative? And I said, cooperative is a marriage between a company and also a social, economic and social. So this is a middle part. As a cooperative body, you have to consider all the time this both aspect. You cannot just make profit, in cooperative. When you make profit, it is not over yet. What are you going to do with the profit for the members? Then only you fulfill the purpose of cooperative.
Revenue generating assets is very important. But the other thing which as you become older, I'm becoming older. So I realize also that health is a very important thing. So if that is taken care of, then that's a very important pool for me, right? And if it's a place where you can also do business, you can run your business, live there, have your loved ones with you as well, and irrespective of age. That means you've got people who are young and old as well, living together. Yeah, that is definitely a place to really settle down in.
Well, in fact, the idea of the dream home or equivalence was started about 20 years ago by the condo king, Alan Tong. At that time, people cannot accept it. For certain reasons, they cannot accept it. I think the timing is excellent at the moment. And we also have the Act on Aged Care that has been first tabled in the Parliament, I think, last week. So there will be an act specifically to cater for this aged care. But I think our important one is to have a community living, meaning to say that it's just like living in the resort with the facilities available in the Cyberjaya, educations, you've got a healthcare facility very nearby, and good place to business. They talk about the internet speed of 1 gig.
This business is a social enterprise by itself. But certainly, it has to be a business that it gives reasonable returns to people. So that people want to put money and ensure a life, either for themselves or for the wider community where they can live forever in good time. The DreamHomes Cyberjaya, which is an up and emerging place, is a right spot. Location is good. The model is good. The people behind are good. Very important. You need someone who is creditable, really want to do something good for the community. The product will be as what we thought would be. A place where we call a home for all seniors in the golden years. And more importantly, it's a 1 to 100 resort that we can see a life through for all generations in one spot. All right? And you have the peace of mind and no worries forever. All right? And this is something I look forward to seeing it become a reality, which I believe is coming to shape.
Our plan is that in future, when our township is maturing, with the aged care services, aged care facilities, the healthcare and wellness center, you will be able to have the share of profits that enable you to pay for your service and maintenance charges perpetually. So you have peace of mind. You know that your property is always well taken care of, well serviced, security tip-top, and your property will appreciate in value continuously. So this is something that we are confident, because this is really something uniquely better than any other products in the market. And we really mean it. We really say this is the time that we are going to do it.
Kopis has entered into a joint venture agreement with Storyworld Sdn Bhd, the developer, to cooperatively develop, market and manage this project. As a joint venture partner of DreamHomes project, every Kopis member is entitled to a share of profits from the revenue generating assets or RGA of DreamHomes. You will enjoy a percentage of profits on the assets such as aged care facilities, total healthcare service center, retail shops and clubhouse, and the university. The projected returns will be offset against the monthly service charge of the service apartment units. These benefits will be passed on in perpetuity for your beneficiaries. For very limited time, all end buyers or investors of DreamHomes Service Apartments automatically becomes a Kopis member. You're immediately entitled to have a share of land ownership through Kopis and a special discount and offer of the service apartments to be launched.
Now the time has come that we married property development together with the good systems of managing projects and sharing concepts through the cooperative platform. So we are not only building the township, but we are also building a community with the same core values of sharing and caring.